We're back. This is Norman, Woodstock Spalding, Bare Bones Broadcasting. Nation. King of the Jews sitting in his chair. Do you think intelligence has a sense of humor? If your title was intelligence, would you have a sense of humor? Do you think just subliminally, because of where you keep a certain word, it rubs off on them? Speaking of the Central Intelligence Agency, United States of America, do they have a sense of humor? I have asked by these people using their satellite system, and I think for some reason I have the ability to hear a feedback from their remarks as they mumble among themselves sitting around the table watching me. Now, what I've overheard is a sense of humor. My mind is a conceptual antenna. You know what you call it? Intuition? I call it tuition. You're not into it all. You're to. It adds. And you do this because of your nervous system's wiring. It's like you're like a cat, and you're aware of things. Not sure why, just aware. Well, it's the backfeed. A lot of things. You pick up backfeed. You overhear things they don't know you overhear them. Nose. There you are. Your anatomy does that. And I do that with this. I speak to this camera in the corner of the room. I have for years. Match wits. They'll overhear me talking. I have no secrets. I'm monitored. I want to be monitored. And more. Not out in space in a capsule. Into space in a capsule. Experience. A capsule. Locked in a pre-written script. Floating right. And I need monitored because I find that the struggles I am having are very mutual. Once they're understood, applied to decent people, we might have something here, because my intent has always been decent. Somehow I'm decent, and that's what my maker told me. You're more decent, you realize. Yeah, I agree with that. I know it's priceless, something to adore. Punky. Now live that way. You're priceless, something to adore. I do. I build it. I adore you. I like what I built. Do you understand me? I know what I built. Live that way. Punky. That's what my maker tells me when I call my maker an idiot. How do you do? And I call the Lord an idiot because of any of the struggling I'm having in a cosmos of stars and planets. Doesn't make sense to me. Does it? No, it doesn't. Nope. Not living with this priceless experience. This is a priceless experience struggling. Does not make sense to me. Oh, Lord. You. How do you do? With a grin on his face. Have you ever seen the Lord with a grin on his face? With a Dutch rub on my head. Plenty of times. One of the reasons I'm coming to you. Bare Bones Broadcasting. Skeleton Network. Reminding you of how priceless you are. Anyway, Big Brother understands all that. More than I do. That's what I like. I think intelligence has a sense of humor, and they keep me laughing at myself, and I do not take myself serious, believe you me. Nope. I am a I have my crown. I'm the dork. Dork with the crown. What else do you think the king of the Jews would be? Dork with the crown. Unrecognized. Most cases. Like my Uncle Saul. Unrecognized. What were they asking to do? Long before Goliath. What was Saul's purpose? Their heart. What was Saul's purpose in Israel's heart? To get along with the neighbors? Was it to stay fiscally honest with everyone? And were they have any business getting involved with fiscal deals with anybody around them? Are they? If they were they trying to get the better of people around them with fiscal deals? Were they? Useless ways. Really dumb to do. Is it going on to the day? Are the fiscal deals of this planet for the best interest of both people involved, the provider and the exchange and the receiving it? Do either one of them have the best interest of either one of them in mind when they exchange? No! When humans had before flag and border, have you ever seen pygmies trade? Have you? Now that's trade. Pygmy trade. Have you ever watched any films on pygmy? To understand the basics of living? And you compare your own life to it. And what you're doing, not much different. Not at all. Time. I shall return, Norman Woodstock Spalding, reminding you that, as far as I'm concerned, the self-intelligence of the United States of America is an experience, and I'm very pleased and privileged as a United States citizen to get to experience something I know no other nation has. It's an opportunity here to contribute to your nation, and I do it as, of course, the idiot. The prodigal son, contributing to my nation. A product of my nation, I have been an experiment. I was born in 45, been an experiment of something. Went through the class experiment for 12 years, and I went through apprenticeship, another experiment. Then I went through employment from another, my position in employment was experiment. So I'm a product of an experiment. So that's no big deal to be a part of an experiment. Now, I have a big brother to use me that way, analyze me, and that's about enough experience. Just take a good eye, monitor it. All the lessons you get to learn with me. Apply it, please. Start a paper. Make a remark yourself. You're way ahead of me, and anything I'm coming up with, you already know. So say it to them. Give this planet the backfeed it requires. Make a remark. Of course, Congress ain't going to like it. Well, Congress can't take away your funding anyway, so don't worry about that. Can Congress? Nope. Some things are really not Congress's ability to do. The way they strut said we have ability over everyone. No, you don't. And how this thing ever got started, that the different aspects of governments would call to each other, is beyond me. That is not your position. No, it is not. You always get along. There's conflict of interest in the United States government. You're not to get along. You're not put there to get along. Are you? The United States government functions. The different aspects do not get along. No one has dominion over the government or speech with the government at all in any way, shape, or form. And the closest one, and they don't get along, is the citizen. The greatest aspect, the United States government. And that function. And they don't get along. For the best interest of everyone. Absolutely private and no secrets at all. Pretty nice place to live, if you ask me. Nobody getting along and everybody working for the best interest. I'll tell you what, it's a mutual place to live. And be fighting, not getting along. That's the best part. No fighting, not getting along. Astounding. In other words, we'll hold up every aspect of maturity and its vision in humans. And everyone will be in what they have as a vision in wherever their maturity is. That's the important part. That everyone get to experience generosity and honesty and a mutual place to live. Now! Then maturity takes place in everybody. Pretty nice, don't you think? Move! I command you. Airborne Broadcasting. King of the Jews, Norman Woodstock Spalding. Your skeleton nation.